Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. And off we go from Arizona. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Whenever he comes in the game, you know exactly what you're going to get. He may not be one of the ultra-talented superstars or anything like that at the quarterback position, but he's a reliable presence in the huddle. He brings a lot of stability to this role, and he is capable of doing his job well and more than giving your team a fighting chance.
They'll run it for the first time with the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. They'll knock him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
First and 10.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Brissett. At left side, that's the tight end, McBride. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
First and 10.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Marvin Harrison Jr. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, Brissett. That's caught by McBride. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive, and as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the run, here's Carter. The ball's out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. here's 2nd and goal. DeMarcado. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Third and goal. We're set. That's holding at the 2.
Complete to number 14.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on 4th down.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Jalen Brooks, touchdown Cardinals.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Cardinals 7, Falcons 0.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Devin Tompkins on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. And they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
London brought in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They run over center with Robinson. To the 45. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He's got it, and the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Steven Sims to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Cardinals offense ready to possess the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll run here. It's Carter. He'll get about 2. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
That's caught downfield by McBride. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Here's Carter. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. That one, taken in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now Ryland for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their second possession.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple. London brought in motion. Here's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Motion the slot man left. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. Cody Simon on the tackle. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. On first and 10, here's Brissett. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
A run with Carter. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the...
We are through one. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they've got it with first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. His throw left side is complete, and he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
We'll try the zone read on first and 10. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On third down, they'll throw with Brissett. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Man in motion, heading left. They go play action with Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. A carry. This is Carter, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, DeMercado will bring this up to the 22. Brandon Dorlus there on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Here is Brissett. That is caught. Finding Higgins. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run is DeMercado. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. That's David Onyemata in there for the tackle.
46-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Brissett. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now DeMercado. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Play action, and here's Brissett. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Third and short yardage. It's Brissett. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
A 53-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Falcons 7.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Here comes Tompkins on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. London brought in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Yeah. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, Cousins. To the outside. Catch made by London. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 4. At the 46-yard line.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Throwing right sideline and complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It is a big play there for the Falcons. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
London brought in motion. They'll run with Algier, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Glendale. After this, they'll try again here, second and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. This one caught at the 4. Arizona will take its first time out. Clock will stop as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Drake, London. Touchdown, Atlanta.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Falcons are back within 6.
Cardinals 20, Falcons 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. We're set now on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now Brissett throwing on 1st and 10. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 56 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
A loss of 6 brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't think there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Cousins. Going for it all. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Now, Cousins. Left side in the hands of London. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
He's across midfield, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards. And a Falcon 1st down.
Pitts is the man in motion. A first down throw for Cousins. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Baron Browning getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. It's Cousins. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Just not a lot of plays on that call sheet for the offensive coordinator for 3rd and a mile. So that's a huge sack there that they took on 2nd down. And barring something dramatic happening here, it might have just killed any chance of extending this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Cousins. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
It'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He'll get this out wide, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Gonzalez now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
Cardinals 23.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cards offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. To throw, it's Brissett on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and Now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Al Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Falcons are going to open up the lead to 8.
Cardinals 23.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Stevenson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the run, here's Carter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Down by Caden Ellis. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to go, he is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 4th down, it's Matt Hawk to punt. Devin Tompkins goes back to return it. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Atlanta.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs. And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Cousins. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal.
42-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons add on to their lead.
23.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Steven Sims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Begin here on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll run here. It's Carter. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Cardinals lining up for a punt as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down by Josh Swift. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Third down.
Throwing is Cousins. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 9 yards.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Cousins now. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Pass pulled in by Carter. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Third and 5. To the air again is Brissett. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's going to have a Cards first down. As the defense nowhere to be found, they picked up 20 on fourth down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Keeping it in the air, here's Brissett. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
To Michael Carter. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Carter. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
26.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. trying the left side. Here's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. Open man downfield, that's London. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a big run by Robinson. 32 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
That's the tight end, Pitts. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing now, Cousins. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, as we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Now, Cousins. He puts it up, and it's caught. Charlie Werner. Touchdown, Atlanta. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Gonzalez now for the point out.
Extra point.
He gets it to go, and the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Cardinals 26.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Stevenson. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Operating from the gun is Brissett. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
We're set to throw on 2nd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision, doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Now a screen set up for Carter.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
The Cardinals line up for a punt.
For the Cardinals.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Play action now. It's Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Cousins. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cards offense ready to see what they can do. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throw it, Brissett. That's caught by Harrison right side. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. This one intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. They run over center with Robinson. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 8.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Number 8.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Talk things over before 3rd down. London brought in motion. On 3rd down, here's a run by Algier. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Brings up 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
26.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Brissett gonna throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Hey, stay with him.
To throw is Brissett. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That one is complete to McBride. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Brissett gonna throw again. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Brissett. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
3rd and 7.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 32 yards.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
1st and 10.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brissett. To the outside, he's got Harrison. Card's going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame.
3rd down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Looking for a 3rd down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Ryland's kick here is good, and the Cardinals are able to edge a bit closer.
Cardinals 33.
looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down, and then time to shake hands. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.